only one. I'm the chick creeping up your spine, telling you to run. I'm the cello. I'm the last line. I'm the past and the future, the last of the sutures, the cool and dead. Where the rock and roll is, where the good time, where the heart of it love and the face of the mud, where this stupid rhyme. Bang bang, bang bang, bang bang, bang bang, bang bang. All fall down, burn the ground. All fall down, burn down, bang bang, bang bang.
What is going on? Sorry I was a few minutes late. Primarily because I was playing Crash Bandicoot and Crash 3 Warped to be precise. And I forgot I was logged in onto my laptop. I thought I would do it on here. But welcome to the new and improved open house. I talked about this the other night. Random streams are still going to be happening on here. Basically, when I don't have anything planned, open house is going to be more scheduled. So people, if they want to make time to come in and do whatever, they can. But before, like I started doing this with the, with the open house I did back on, I think it was, what was it? It was on Network 3000, where I usually have a cold open, have a topic, have something to discuss for the first however long of the stream, and then I let the link open. Now, I'm going to also say there are rules on this stream. There is none. Usually, with open house, usually there was specific rules. What's up, Jester? How you doing, man? There was some rules that were in place, by the way, Dragon. But as I've stated, the Hangman Outcast is going to go into a very different direction going into season 2. There will still be some chaos in there, but it will be primarily self-contained. With open house, the link is open for anybody. If anybody wants to say anything, if anybody wants to do whatever, we could have beef squash, we could have whatever. That's why I've never referred to this as a chill stream and all that good stuff. So, like Late Night with the Devil is retired. That is a show that was primarily dedicated to drama and chaos. This one is open-ended. Some streams we could just be shooting the shit. In previous open houses, we've had that where we've just shoot the shit. We talk about whatever. Other times, things can happen. But there are no filters. There was no, you know, if I've stated that certain people won't be mentioned here again, then anything goes. So that's probably one of the reasons why I'm going to keep it late. Let's see. Trying to see who said that. Give me a second. I was reading a comment from a short I did earlier. Check out the most recent Popcorn Panel episode and check out the short I made from earlier. And all that. But anyway. So the theme of this episode is everyone hates Chayton. Now you may ask, who says that? Well, I wasn't on, but I saw, and shockingly, he's not live. I thought he was going to live defending his pedo friends, but I guess not. Earlier, Arthur was live. And I've openly stated this. I watch, I listen. It's my guilty pleasure bullshit. I don't take anything seriously, but sometimes there are some good topics I can get from it. So there was an account in the chat called, I think, FatCon94, which now it's due to the fact that I found out it's Daniel Rolfe. It makes sense. He like there was no denying it. I think ITB said something about this, but I wasn't 100% sure still. But now we know for sure because he said, and I quote me and Antoine, why is there fireworks in the middle of fucking, what is it? What, April? It's a holiday. Even Easter doesn't have fireworks. Anyway, my point is there was a line that this Fat Con 94 said where he says, and I quote, me and Antoine were laughing our asses off. So that basically confirmed without a shadow of a doubt that is, of course, Daniel Rolfe. Which I haven't blocked him from commenting in here. He can. And at least now we know, because I did look through the private chat. We do know now, without a shadow of a doubt, that Daniel and Arthur are friends. But there was a line that Daniel said, where he said, everyone hates Chayton. Now, do I really believe that? No. But usually what I like to do, I'm a analyst at the end of the day. I'm a critic at the end of the day. I like to analyze things. I like to figure out like the opinions of others, see if there's any statements, any facts behind that. Well, let's look at it, right? Does everyone hate me? Not that I really give a fuck at the end of the day. But let's see who hates you right now. There's Daniel, but he's hated me for 6 years now. So that's not shocking. There's the person I took down from YouTube recently. That one that one hates me. Yeah, that is true. I need to update this. I'm using the open house layout. So yeah, but anyway. This is Daniel, who hates me, but like I'll get it back to him in a minute. Arthur, who hates me. See, that one guy I took down recently. He hates me. See, who else hates me? Some guys on a mediocre podcast hate me. Who else? I wouldn't say Eric Melendez hates me because that's neither here nor there. He kind of goes all over the place with me sometimes. One moment he's against me, next moment he's buddy with me. No, fuck you. At least I won't say who's watching, but anyway. There's let's see. Who else? Who else hates me? Like literally, like everyone is a lot of people, right? I hope all of you understand that. So like, how many have I counted? What? Let's see. Daniel, Arthur, that mediocre podcast. Is that five people? Let's see, 2, 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 4, 5, 7. The guy I took down. Anybody else? No. Shit, I'm missing people. Aren't I? I guess 10 people. 10 people. There's maybe a few others, but I can't think of them. But like Brian Absher and fucking Eric Melendez, they kind of wishy-washy, so I can't really put them in the same, because one moment they hate me, one moment they don't. Who else? Who else hates me? That's 10. Okay, so who else? I think that's it. I did not know that everyone is 10 people. Man, You learn something new every day. I thought I was smart as a whim, but apparently I am stupid. I am so stupid. As what, like 10 people. Like, so for all of you who do not know, 10 people, 10 people is everyone, according to some. Yeah, that is a factual truth. So true, so true. Now let's go back to the Daniels of the world. Who? Well, actually, before we get to the Daniels, fuck you. Love you too, bitch. We were wondering who is he talking to? Now you'll be his beeswax. Anyway, uh, so what do all of them have in common? Like, what do? Oh, is there anybody else? I'm literally thinking. I've had a lot of haters over the years, but thing is, I've been able to fucking mend fences. Maybe we may not like each other, but hate is a strong word. But what does one thing that every person, the 10 people I just named, what does one thing that all of them have in common? Oh, yes, that's right. They are losers. Therefore, like, you may have heard this one, but I've made it a fucking career on here to be hated by losers so I don't become one. And I'm not one of them. It's just basic math. The numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you. It's sacrifice. But to counteract it, let's go to a Daniel, right? Go to a Daniel. Almost every single person on this platform that has ever interacted with him hates him. Who are his friends? Antoine, his slave owner, or the slave master, or whatever the fuck you want to call him. You have Arthur now confirmed, and that's it. Maybe Junko, I don't know, but everybody else hates his guts or dislikes him. Hate, again, hate is a strong word. I don't like his brother doesn't even like him. What does that tell you? And probably his mother secretly hates him. Now, Arthur, on the other hand, that's the same thing. That's a good one. Arthur is another one who everybody hates him. He only has a few friends. What is it? John Davis and Daniel. I think that's it. Who all like Arthur. Everybody else either dislikes him or hates him. Do I hate any of these fuckers? No, hate's a strong word. Like, you know how bad it is, how much people hate Arthur? Even people who dislike one another realize that, you know what? We may not like each other, but Arthur is worse. That's how bad. So I think Arthur has it worse, in my opinion. But everybody hates him. But another thing they have in common, all these people have in common, is the love of mother's milk. And I'm not talking about the character from fucking The Boys, which reminds me, The Boys coming back tomorrow, as well as Daredevil Born Again. I'll be watching that later on. So the statement of everyone hates Chayton is anything but the truth. It's anything. It's nothing. It has no valid points. There was also a comment where about taking down channels, right? I've openly admitted I've taken down one person's channel, and the other guy, Arthur, I did flag one of his videos. I never usually, whenever I say I've done this or done that, I'm pretty honest with everybody. I think, okay, let's play devil's advocate for a moment. Hypothetically speaking, if people did hate me, I think I know the reason why people would hate me. I'm not cookie cutter. I'm not someone who plays by the rules. I'm not the biggest fan of authority. I'm someone who bucks the system. I will tell you how I feel, whether it be on here, to your face, virtually, or in person. And I think that's something that a lot of people can't handle. Very true. Like for example, I wear a suit at work. You know what? I'd look damn good in it. But I am just as happy being in my Batman boxer shirt and my fucking ghost PJs right now. If I wasn't live on the air right now, I'd probably be outside. I'd probably be butt ass naked with my woman right now. But she asleep because she got work in the morning. But shit, earlier when she was trying to grab my nipple, I almost opened the door while she was chasing me butt ass naked. It's just how anti-establishment I am. Anyway, I think people do, and I've said this before. I think you could love me, hate me, like me, not like me. I don't care. The people around me that I care about their opinions more than anything, right? But the people that don't like me or that hate me, it's because I am the undeniable truth. I don't flip flop. I don't fucking I can't say I don't make an ass out of myself because I made an ass out of myself plenty of times. But the difference is I always acknowledge the fact that I make an ass out of myself. I don't fucking sit here and say things and then 5 seconds later pretend I never said it. I will acknowledge the shit I've said, anything like that. Will I criticize you if you maybe bring up stuff from like 5 years ago? Be like, is that all you got? Sure. But I will openly say, oh yeah, I fucking said that. I went there. I think that is the reason and I can admit when I'm wrong about things. I've admitted things in the past. I think that's the other reason why some people don't like me is because of the fact that I am very open about myself. I can be humble. I can be humbled. I can acknowledge my flaws. I can also acknowledge when I'm who I am. And I stand by who I am. I don't fucking change for nobody. I spent years trying to find one side of the coin. Black and white, yin and yang. I came to the realization sorry. I've always said I am neither black nor white in the yin and the yang. I am fucking in the gray. Jesse brought up anti-establishment. I've always said I am not a hero nor a villain. I am an anti-hero. I am somebody who will at times help out the weak and defenseless. Then there are times and my methods may not be as just as others. But that's the thing, I have no filter. Well, I can't really say that. There are some lines I will not cross. Very few, but there are some. So 95% no filter. And let's see, you're the morally gray character, which is taboo to some people. I don't have a problem with it. Yeah, I like more morally gray. I don't. Fuck you. Hey, Darkos, how you doing, man? I have always stated that I like, I've gotten to the point now where I don't just defend anybody. Like, I used to be that guy that defended every fucking person when they were in trouble. Because again, they may not have the moral, they may have a moral high ground. They may do this, they may do that. I have none, so I don't mind getting down in the mud. The difference is I know when and how to get myself out of it. So at the end of the day, I think that's the main reason why people either love me or hate me. And again, I'm happy for the people that come onto this channel and hear me talk for however long I am on here. Like, again, I'm on here for what, 22, almost 22 minutes? Got 10 people watching. How many of those are lurkers in the clouds? I don't know. But if you're just here to watch and enjoy the ride, I I thank you in advance. May not be the smartest bulb in the shed, because there are times where I'm very fucking stupid. Been called many names. The devil, deadbeat, the bully. Made me feel like I was in high school again, because I will admit, I was picked on, and I picked on the emos. Because fuck the emos. Not Mr. Beauregard. Mr. Beauregard's great. Check him out on the Outcast in May. But like, just all these different names. And then some self-imposed and all this other stuff. But yeah, I just like bringing up, like, the main point of the topic, of the cold open of this. Because again, do I really let what Daniel fucking Rolfe gets to me? No. But, when you are stating something that broad, best believe it'll give me some content to check and to make. Now, with that being said, I'm going to put the link open for everybody. They want to come in. I'll see if I can actually pin it, and we'll go from there. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. All right. Yeah, luckily. Oh, funny. If you're still listening, Dragon, I thought I've seen it all on the bus, right? I've been riding the bus since I was fucking 15, 16 years old. And I was on my way back. So of course there was a Spurs game. Spurs won, although Wemby possibly got injured. Hopefully it wasn't too serious. He may just miss the next game. And I thought I saw it all. I've seen all kinds of life on the bus. Homeless, rowdy people, seen fights, never seen shootings, thankfully. But I almost saw a fight between a drunk Frenchman and a Mexican. A drunk Frenchman from the Spurs game. I thought I saw it all until that never thought I'd ever see that in my life. That was kind of funny. Luckily, no fight happened, because that would have pissed me off, because that means I would miss my other bus. But nonetheless, that was kind of funny. At least if the fight actually got big and broad and it didn't come my way, that would have been good. Let's see. I'll have to see what the promo is on Spotify. Anyway, I'll go back and look at that later. Anywho, so yeah, that was a wild day yesterday. Also, I implore everybody: do not go to a Peso Pluma concert. That show was garbage. My the wife loves Peso Pluma. I don't really care for him, but I really don't care for him too because he was an hour and 5 minutes late. None of us got out of there till fucking midnight. After midnight, there was all these drunk people, fucking entitled fucks. It was fucking. I forgot to tell my mother about that today. I only told her part of the story, but that was a wild fucking Friday. Luckily, Saturday was a lot more calm. You know, just breaking eggs over family members' heads for Easter and all this other shit. Surviving the storm, seeing the drama, which was really good. The movie, that is, and all this other stuff. Who is that band? What? I'm trying to think when the next concert's gonna be. I am excited for 3 Days Grace, but that ain't until October. I think October. I know I'm seeing. I think Rush is gonna be here in August. I think. I know the next concert I'm gonna see is fucking Lacuna Coil. That one I'm not. That one I'm not working. I'm actually going as a paid guest. Yeah, I'm seeing Lacuna Coil on the 16th, I believe. 16th of the 16th of fucking this month. We got a few things going on this month. I got that. I got what else I got? I got Lacuna Coil. I've got the Danielle Harris watch along with Halloween 4. I've got fuck no. I've got what else I have this month? I know the wife, we were supposed to be going to a friend's kids' school thing, and we're going to one of our close friends, one of our best friends' kids' birthdays. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. So it's just let's see. Hey, you know what? That's not a bad thing. Stephanie Vaquer is fine as fuck. Stephanie Vaquer, and so is the lead singer of Lacuna Coil. But yeah, I gotta see what I've. Oh, for shits and giggles, I haven't used this in a while. But yeah, well, it's all about everyone. Everyone hates me, right? Well, does everyone hate Daniel Rolfe?
Hell yeah.
Does everyone hate Arthur Woodson?
Hell yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure. Yeah, I heard that the thing about Coven is going to be the main focal point because Jessica Lange's returning, but it looked like she was returning as fucking the character, like her outfit looked like it was from fucking season 1, Murder House. You know it's gotten bad with American Horror Story when they're basically pulling out all the stops with the returns. Because I didn't even finish last season. I think it was one with Kim Kardashian. I did like the double feature one. I will admit I did like the first half more than the second half, but yeah, I am looking for, and I've liked most of the seasons, but was it Ryan Murphy? He really needs to hit this out of the park because the Ed Gein monster was awful. I'm here to say this, AG, that never gonna change, choose to move on. But I see John tried to fake Muslim shiz. Yeah, something about that. I don't get it. Yeah, I don't get that. Yeah, I heard some of the fucking like conversation he was trying to have. What was it with fucking was Arthur, because Arthur was doing his phone a friend thing, which is funny because he bitches about fucking everybody needing to, what's the word I'm looking for? Where everybody needs to, or he could fight his own battles, but he's always calling people saying, help, help, I need help. I don't get it. Again, it's Arthur, so everything he says is hypocritical. Showing people has been sending a Muslim Bible. That doesn't surprise me. That's like when you and I were going at it, Kevin. Like even when we were on different sides regarding to Arthur. Like always say, I never liked John Davis. Never liked John Davis. I really never cared for Cobra. Whoever else that fucking Arthur hung around with. I definitely didn't like that one guy's named Cloyester, I think. And then this other guy, Larry the Batman fan, like Larry, I don't think you see this shit, but I'm sure Arthur's watching and he'll probably send this to you. But to Larry, I've seen some messages you've sent to a close friend of mine. You've got a receipt coming. Just make sure you and I are not on the same stream. But you can always come on to my panel, but no, you won't. Besides, I could barely understand you. I think I've only interacted like Larry the Batman fan. I've never had any real issues with him. I just think he's weird and is very overly religious, which if I know anything about that, Junko, means that he's probably hiding something. But like I know some people just constantly attack him and all this other stuff. And to me, I think that's like some people who attack Larry the Batman fan constantly. I think that's just stupid. But on the other hand, that's why I don't attack him that much. But now he's pissed on the wrong boots. So therefore, if ever we may never cross paths, and I'm not going to look for him because I don't care enough to look for him. But he's got a receipt coming his way. But nonetheless, basically, I'll tell you a little bit about it. I'm not going to go into details because it's private. But there's a friend of mine who is very who is part of the LGBTQ community, who Larry sent some very homophobic messages to. I've seen him. I could show them, but I'm not going to. So, that's basically what caused it. I don't know what caused it, but it was very disrespectful and all this other shit. So it is what it is. But yeah. Anyway, so what else can I talk about? I love CM Punk's promo on Raw on Monday. That was probably one of his best since he's come back. I don't. Am I working? I don't know if I'm working. I think I am working the week of WrestleMania, which kind of sucks. But again, if I watch WrestleMania, I'm only watching it through VPN. I'm not fucking paying the $30 for this show. I don't even care if I could go back and watch Survivor Series or some other ones that are not available on Netflix now. But yeah, that's basically, if I watch it or if I watch a replay, it's going to be through a VPN. Because again, every show that I have seen that has been, I think Elimination Chamber, fucking I hope he does. That would be really cool, actually. Because Roman really hasn't said anything that vicious compared to Punk. Punk's been very vicious with his promos to not only Roman but to Rock and to whoever else. It's like I've said to people, right? You know, I've talked to you about so many people, and you know the old saying is we I think I've had talks about this about the whole term burying. As of right now, there's only really one person I've legitimately buried because that person has not yet shown his face on here, which is shocking. I was expecting a return within this past week, but no, nothing. He may have finally decided it's not worth all the trouble, even though that person caused the majority of the trouble, but you know what I mean. It's just fucking, it's just like, but yeah, like in terms of like all that, yeah. Have I Have I owned a lot of people? Yeah, you can say that. Have I fucking outlasted a lot of people? Yeah, that too. Like what we in the year of 2026 and I have outlived was it 3 channels that I was at one time or another affiliated with? I think only 3. I don't know if anybody else is active. Outliving doesn't mean I buried them, except for one and all that other stuff, but you know. Well, all of us have outlived people. Technically, a lot of you will outlive me because I won't be active after the end of next year. I'll still chat and all that stuff, but as far as content. But like I said, if somebody decides to start unloading their funds into super chats for my content, I've always said, you know, I'm not opposed for the right price. Shit, I've already said if you want, like, if certain people that you want me to roast, I'd be if I got super chats, I'd be glad to do it. Just donate or just super chat me $5, $10, and I'll basically give a timer how long I would do it. I'll do it. I don't care. You know, I'll do almost anything for the right price. For almost anything, not everything. I do have my limits. Shit, one time a buddy of mine, he was black. He was gonna offer me 20 to say the N-word. Still wouldn't do it. Even if he gave me 100, I still wouldn't have done it. That's one thing I'm proud to say I've never said, either as a joking matter or as a fucking malicious matter. You know, so I'm perfectly okay with not getting any money for not being and keeping the identity of my character intact. Shit, I've been offered money for other things too. As long like if they go against my character, if they go against my standards, which there's not many. I will happily if they do not impact that, then maybe I'll do it. But if they do impact it, then I will respectfully decline. But we will see. We will see where that goes. But I am shocked. I literally let me check real quick. All right, I'm back. I'm shocked Arthur didn't go live. I'm shocked. I guess he had no friends to defend after all. Man, I was really looking forward to that stream. I wasn't gonna react to it on here because I'm not trying to get my channel copyright struck. Copyright claim, that's okay, but copyright strike, no. No. If nobody joins in by the hour mark, I will probably head off. But we still got 20 minutes left, so I'll try to kill as much time as I can just to hit the hour mark. I know Dragon was finishing his tea, so and all that. But the StreamYard link is pinned. I will try to do some of these open houses during the day. That way more people can either watch or do whatever. And again, I do want to try to have some topics and like at the beginning of the stream. And it could be anything. I heard also, I saw Steven Seagal mention this earlier, but I did hear that Mr. Anthony Chobot tried to apologize to me. I think I couldn't see the comment because I haven't blocked. But as I've stated, he could apologize to me a million times. He can even offer me money. I'm not interested in anything, especially with some of the weird messages I get. All right, well, Dragon's in here. What's up, Dragon? How you doing?
Hey, Chayton. Who the hell you just mentioned?
1 second. Say something again.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, 1 second. I think it's my audio. Oh, yeah, that's why. All right, go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. What's up?
Are you going to unblock him?
No. There are certain people, there are some people that can get, like, if I've never given them a second chance or this, that, and the third, maybe, but even then I'm being very picky on who I give that to. But with Mr. Chobot, I have no reason to. Even if he came in here and fucking apologized, I still wouldn't, because he apologized once on I think it was episode 3 of the Hangman Outcast.
Oh my god.
I think it was episode 3. Or was it episode 2?
There'll be a funny parody name for him.
What?
Anthony Chomo.
I was thinking, funny. You and I were. I have not heard anything concrete about that, but due to his posts, I haven't checked out his YouTube channel in a while, but due to his posts, it would give me the idea that he is, he like if he got arrested for that, I wouldn't be shocked. Or even if he was accused. However, again, unless there's substantial proof or anything that could possibly go in that direction, but because again, that word gets tossed around like fucking candy.
Yes, you're right.
I'll say more in a hypothetical sense. That's the close I'll go to.
Oh, by the way, you enjoying your night?
Yes. Sweetie, do you hate me?
Uh-oh.
You don't hate me? Well, according to someone, everybody hates me.
Fuck them.
Yeah. It's that one dude, remember that one dude, Daniel Rolfe, the guy who oh no, lie for you. That one guy, remember he had the girlfriend where he wanted to see her. Remember I showcased text messages from him and his ex-girlfriend? Remember that one chick that he was trying to get ask a lot of sexual things to?
Oh, yeah, and she just wasn't having it. Yeah.
Yeah, the
She's
guy,
trying, like everything to get him to change the subject.
yeah, the guy with the pedal stash. One of the reasons why I don't do a mustache anymore because he tried copying my look.
He stole it from you.
What?
He stole that look from you.
Yeah. Well, he stole the goatee mustache combo, and then he stole the fucking mustache combo. I haven't seen any recent pictures of him. I'm kind of glad I haven't, because fuck. No wonder why he calls himself FatCon94 nowadays.
Oh my god.
Yeah, did you hear?
Is he in it in a joke?
Maybe. But no, I found, because ITB first called it out saying that was Hero. But then it was fucking then in Arthur's stream in the chat, that FatCon94 account said me and Antoine were laughing our asses off.
What the fuck?
We all know Antoine has no other friends except his slave master. So, by definition, you know who it was.
Hey,
And it also confirms that him and Arthur are friends because he wanted Arthur to join their private StreamYard call on Facebook.
so he wants to recruit Arthur as his manservant.
Well, he is a slave master, so that would make sense of him doing that.
But I thought Arthur doesn't like Esau's.
Well, isn't John Davis an Esau?
Yes.
So
Why?
there's a contradiction there.
Why is he making an exception? Oh, his reason is he doesn't want to explain.
Either that, or he surrounds himself with kid diddlers.
Yeah, yes, it's confirmed.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what race you are. It
They
just
do run in packs, man.
yeah, they do. Yeah, trust me, I've even seen Sloppy and Zexios discuss about that too, where they try to pack together.
Yeah.
Because that's all they could find. Because who in the fuck in their right mind would want to be? So it's like Eric Melendez, right? He didn't care about fucking Arthur being friends with this or saying all this other horrible shit. The only thing, what Eric Melendez, what the final straw for him was?
Huh.
Him fucking Daniel saying the N-word and Arthur allowing it. So that was basically the only, like, if that never happened, I guarantee you Eric would have fucking stuck with him. Now, granted, I will take some credit in getting them away from each other because I manipulate Eric. I will admit I manipulate Eric.
Hey, did I tell you I saw a wild video about a would-be self-proclaimed pedo the other day?
Oh, what happened?
So she came on and she was talking about how she works at with children and stuff like that. I don't know if it's at a school, but she works with children, right? And so she's also got all kinds of crazy mental problems, including DID, like split personality.
Yeah.
And supposedly she found herself being attracted to this little boy. And she says that it's because one of her alters is like an 8-year-old little girl and she's got a crush on him.
The fuck?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
She wound up quitting her job.
Well, of
I was
course.
going to say she wound up quitting her job because she was afraid that she was going to hurt a kid. But yeah, that's what happened.
Damn.
You think she was self-aware?
Mm-hmm. Like she was aware enough to take herself out the situation, I guess.
Yeah, I read an article like that. Oh, what's your thoughts, Jake?
Well, on one hand, you could say, well, she did the right thing by exiting herself out of it, but having thoughts like that is kind of like, yeah, it's like how like again, like, and again, as I always say, because that's the other thing about these predators, almost all of them have disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing that I've noticed, like, Arthur's all fucked up. Daniel's all fucked up. Junko was very fucked up.
John Davis.
John Davis, the cat fucker. Now, as far as we know, he did not actually fuck a cat. I'm explaining my woman about the cat fucker.
You usually try to make a hypothetical stupid.
He was trying to make a hypothetical question.
What's stupid?
Which ironically was when he was trying to defend me back when I was public enemy number 1. Like, why not everybody was like this? Like fucking, I think like who was on my side, like Money or Will or whoever else, but like not everybody was like this. But why were like the biggest talkers fucking morons? You had Arthur when he was Brian Absher, but we all knew Brian Absher. Like, I was waiting for the moment Brian Absher would betray me and then go back and then come back to me and all sort of shit. The cat fucker. Why are all these guys? Like, see, it didn't help my case. It didn't help my case because these fucking idiots were fucking idiots. So yeah, like I just don't get it. But yeah, these fuckers. I think we had Dick Sloppy did a discussion stream about that, saying should people with predators with disabilities, should people be lenient on them? I've stated no. Because I feel like, what's your thoughts on that, Dragon?
I feel like based on what I've seen and witnessed, I believe that a lot of these predators, they I don't want to make excuses, right? I'm just explaining shit. they didn't have a good social lifestyle. They're stagnant. They're surrounded by enablers or abusers, and they have this sense of narcissism, thinking that they can do whatever the fuck they want, but knowing that what they're doing is illegal and immoral, they want to try to make it low key, which makes it even more fucked up. Instead of seeking help, they just want to they feel entitled, and when they get caught, they come up with all kinds of excuses and shit. Talk about their fucking upbringing, their disability, wherever they could to get you to sympathize with them. But the real question is, why all suddenly you want sympathy, but you didn't have sympathy for the people you take advantage of? It's because in their mind, like I said, they're narcissistic people majority of the time. And if you want to think about it, it's not just the dumb ones. You gotta be mindful of the smart ones. And who are the smart ones? Well, they're not on the internet. I'll tell you that for sure. They are running I can't assume shit, but they're running big businesses, successful.
And
So
yeah, and that's
they,
that's
yeah,
the other,
they,
Or in dark parts of the internet.
yeah, and that's the other thing too, is that it's not just stupid people, retarded people, whatever the fuck.
Oh no, because some of these people have to be absolute fucking geniuses with the fucking schemes they
or
do.
fucking rich as all hell.
Yeah.
Because then that way they could pay their way out of it.
I don't know. I listen to too much Ron Mango, and she covers a lot of stories like that.
all I'm saying is that a majority of these predators, they're narcissistic people who never face accountability. And when they do, they play victim, or they blame someone else, or they pay hush money.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is because hush money, or like they use their, because again, like
Influence.
I don't.
I'm like, did you ever see that one SVU episode? I think you'd like that. We should watch it.
You have to get Peacock.
Oh, don't I have Peacock? I'm sure we have it somewhere.
Maybe
If I make a payment on my fucking Afterpay, it's gonna be like, get a month of Peacock.
Well, either that or too bad like certain gift cards like Google Play or something doesn't take Afterpay.
They might.
Because then that way I could well.
Oh, I can do it through Apple. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, we went way off topic, but yeah.
Yeah. That's another way, at least to get a month. Because then
do you remember that one SVU episode that was based on Michael Jackson?
Oh yeah, it was early on, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. I stopped watching after Stabler.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about that. How the movies, they spent like millions of dollars to remove that part.
Yeah, and ironically, I can't fucking fault the Jackson family over that, because that was more of the family of one of the accusers and all that shit. And but I still say I cannot go and, like, me and my woman have had debates over this even today about Michael Jackson and my opinion of him, and I still believe he's a pedophile. But I use the idea that that's why I forgot to mention you. I forgot to finish my argument before because then we went off topic about R. Kelly.
Oh yeah.
One of the reasons why I fucking also got mad was because there was two other people who passed away that same day. Now, were they as big as Michael Jackson? No, but they were people that you never heard anything bad about them, at least nothing big.
Wasn't it like Farrah Fawcett?
Farrah Fawcett, I can't remember the other person, but
Yeah, I don't remember the other.
Farrah Fawcett was one of them.
It's like, yeah, Farrah Fawcett.
Everybody forgets that she died the same day Michael Jackson died, because everybody was focused on fucking. It's like Sensational Sherry when she died. She died just, I think, a few weeks before Chris Benoit. And everybody forgot about Sherry and fucking focused on the Benoit thing, because again, that was more of because wrestler dying of overdose or heart attack, that's common.
Mm-hmm.
But so the Benoit thing was more hot for the media. But it was just the overabundance of fucking coverage, like he was the Pope.
Yeah.
Like that's my biggest thing. It wasn't cover Michael Jackson if you want. But you made him out like he fucking was the president of the United States. He was a Pope. He was fucking Jesus reincarnated. When yes, by some he was the king of pop, again, I've always stated I was more of a Prince guy than I like Michael
Well,
Jackson's
here's the
music.
thing. Where it really matters is how much money like he's made as a person or he made as a person. That's where it really matters.
Well, yes, that as like again, like we've talked about the discourse with Super Mario Galaxy, right?
Mhm.
It's not gonna matter who loved it, who hated it.
No, hell no.
You're going, and even with Michael Jackson, as much as I like, and this is the thing. Like I've openly stated, I'm not going to support that movie. I'm not going to watch it. I don't care if anybody buys me a ticket or I see it for free. I am not going to support it. And now if the original thing when they were going to cover the allegations, I may have given it a chance because then at least you are covering the bad with the good. Because I've always said in biopics, you gotta cover the bad and the good. Like if they ever make a Kurt Cobain biopic,
Here's the thing. I still want to watch it, but I'm going to boycott it with you because I think that that's important. And if it's important to you, it's important to me.
you're gonna make me boycott something Trump related, are you?
No. But I mean, this is obviously very important to you, and I can see why.
Yeah, and I'm not, and that's the thing.
But can I watch it on streaming? Just by myself?
You
Am I
pay for
allowed?
it.
Okay, as long as I pay for the streaming. All right.
What movie? What is it? Universal? So if it's Universal, then yeah, you would have to do Peacock. But anyway, but watch it on your account, not mine. Fair?
Fair.
We'll shake on it. Virtual handshake because you couldn't see it. Let's see. Motion of Zombie says my stance on MJ is that he was a talented person, but was an idiot for letting kids sleep over his mansion. Okay. At his mansion and people not question him over it. Yeah.
And haven't you seen this latest thing with the Trump thing with the Epstein files? That people are saying that he was trying to save kids from going to the island and that he even saved Macaulay Culkin personally.
Has Macaulay Culkin come out and yes?
Yes.
What year was this?
I don't
I thought
fucking know.
Macaulay. Well, funny thing that Macaulay says that Michael never touched him. And
Yeah.
what's his name? What's the guy that wanted to play with the other Corey Feldman?
Yeah, Corey Feldman. But like, how close was like? That's the thing because I think the kids that were like alleged that he did this, or the parents that alleged he did this, they were nobodies. I think it was probably easy if it was true, right? Okay, let's play devil's advocate. If it was true, the kids who are not in the limelight, they're easier to convince the parents to take money because they're fucking maybe not as well off as like a Macaulay Culkin or a Corey Feldman at the time. Now, granted, those like Corey Feldman, I think he mentioned something about Charlie Sheen, but I don't know if that ever went anywhere. But like that could, again, this is hypotheticals here. Now it also could also be like what year was this? Because the other theory could be he did this because maybe around that time he was on the verge of that shit, the allegations. So maybe saving it would be, oh, well, I'll get good graces from that.
Well,
But
there is a whole thing about like Ashton Kutcher potentially being a pedo because he put so much time into the stuff that's related to children. Like,
well, he also defended Danny Masterson.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and to me, him and Mila Kunis, I lost a lot of respect.
But they have children's foundations and shit like that they give a lot of time and money to.
Yeah, and then they fucking defend a guy who was fucking yeah. So like that like that type of shit. Like I think
always find, sorry.
What's up?
I always find weird that Ashton Kutcher, he spent a lot of money to free traffic slaves, but yet he defends someone who do something similar. I guess it's his way of having a good image. You know what I mean?
And that's the other thing we could use on Michael Jackson. Be like, oh well, I tried to say. But also, here's the other thing: why in the fuck was he on Epstein Island? And why in the fuck did he?
Because they were saying that he was a double agent. He was getting kids off the island. Come on, kids.
Like, I still like the old Robot Chicken episode. I think I've shown you, right?
Wait, it's the left one, right?
I think so. But did I ever show you that Robot Chicken episode where it explains why Michael Jackson looked different? It wasn't because he was he got surgery. It was because he got abducted by aliens and he got replaced by a different Michael Jackson. And then Michael Jackson broke free. The real Michael Jackson crashed back down to earth when he was about to go to trial.
Oh
He's
my
like,
God.
"I love you, woohoo! Let's fight together."
And
Like-
here's the other thing is, you talk about you really want to play devil's advocate. You know how sometimes you talk about how some of these some of these women just want to get paid, right? What if some of these parents
Janelle Grant.
What if some of these parents just wanted to get paid?
That could be true. Like again, there could be truth to that too. Now, like for example, trying to think. Well, Janelle Grant's one of them. Again, like I told like we've discussed, sweetie. Would you get shit on your head if you got like I don't know, a $50,000
I think $50,000 I would do because that's pretty life changing for moi.
yeah, if you got like a Gucci gift card for $50K.
Not a Gucci gift card. It better be a fucking deposit in my bank account. And better be able to clear within 3 to 5 days because after 5 days I'm going to be kind of hungry,
What about just Gucci? Because you always talk about getting your designer stuff.
$50K in Gucci would get me a nice wardrobe, but then I'd be here and I'd get robbed.
Let's see. The facts are Jackson was investigated for 10 years and nothing was found. He was acquitted of all charges.
He was acquitted.
Yes, I was gonna say this is always my
I told you nothing was ever game of it.
yes, yeah, no. But I always say my counter argument to that. Dragon, I'll ask you.
Yep.
Do you think OJ Simpson killed Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman?
What's funny? He got off scot clean, but I like to think that maybe someone paid off the jurors.
And I guess
But-
you could say
but-
Casey Anthony too.
Oh yeah,
Many
Casey
years
Anthony.
later-
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
Many
bitch.
years
Yeah, that
later,
person.
they found a murder weapon
That's
with
the
it,
thing.
apparently.
If the glove does not fit,
You must acquit. Speaking of Grant, do y'all think they'll let? No. My guess would be probably Triple H because Triple H loves the limelight, so he'll love to be on the stage yet again to get his thing. I don't think fucking what's his name will do that. See, all right. But yeah, like no OJ, Casey Anthony, like and you believe still Casey Anthony.
Oh no, she got off.
Yeah,
Injustice.
yeah. Now I know some.
Hey, what do you think about what's her name? She has a weird fucking name. She killed her mother and now she's out of prison.
Oh, that one girl who was retarded or in some ways, or had disabilities, where she was basically kept.
Yes.
Maybe
Oh
not.
my God. What's her name?
I used to.
It's not like Gypsy Rose.
Yeah. Blanchard. Yeah, which that's the only reason I remember now because.
She's like kind of a known. She's made kind of a name for herself on like social media, just getting hated on.
Yeah, she was like a hoe because she was talking.
She had a baby.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, she like left this one guy real quick, I think, and then she had a baby real quick with another guy or something like that, and they're not like married, and he always seems kind of like miserable around her. and
All right,
shit.
actually, I got a good question.
Or I don't know where the baby, but she's got a baby.
Actually, I got a question for you about that. What do you think about that? Because we did talk about that at one point in time back in the day.
The more we've gotten to know her, the worse things have gotten. Now people just think that she's a spoiled brat that got off after killing her mother.
Yeah, yeah. So like it's funny because I can't remember what my
She's
opinion
even
was.
made jokes about killing her mother.
Yeah, I can't remember what my opinion was back then, but I do know I was on a few shows, including one that's no longer on YouTube. But where we talked about it, and I don't know what our opinions was at the time. I don't know if I ever talked about it on the channel. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I can't recall. But yeah. Nowadays, I would say if I had a different opinion, like more on the side of her, I would say my opinion has changed since then. After all the shit I've heard
Yeah.
and seen, it's not even just heard. I've seen some of the shit.
Yeah.
But now that funny enough, that's the name I forgot about actually. Though to be honest,
I sometimes see videos about her.
but yeah, like yeah, and then I know some people are going to also use the term or use the argument with who was it, Johnny Depp. I know my woman brought that up, but I will openly bring up the fact that I've stated that. Hello.
Hello. Good, good. How about you? Yeah. Oh yeah, it's getting late, yeah.
Yeah, baby, I thought you were about to go to bed.
I was, but
You want
I
to.
need to relax. I haven't smoked today.
Oh yeah. What happened?
Yeah.
That's her.
Yeah, we all gotta get up early. It's gonna be an early day for us.
You ready for that? If we ever have a kid,
Oh, hell no.
dropping our kids off at fucking.
Nah, hell no. You're letting me take a couple of years off of work.
Nah. Say, didn't Depp's finger almost get cut off because of her? Yeah, and also the shit on the bed. I have stated that they were not good for each other. Just like I've stated in my first marriage that we were both not good for each other. However, I have stated that Depp got dealt a raw deal. Ironically, it was Marilyn Manson, ironically enough, that kept him working outside of, because again, Depp wasn't working anything prominent. And he still really isn't, except for the commercials.
You know what's funny? I think because my phone was listening in on us, I got an ad for like a Johnny Depp artist competition, and like if you win, you get a place in this museum or art exhibit, and you also get $25,000.
Damn.
He kind of looks tired, man. If that's like a recent video,
Oh, he said, what is he in his 60s?
okay, that checks out.
I was like, he still looks good for most 60-year-olds. Like shit, look at Tom Cruise.
Oh no,
And Brad
have you
Pitt.
seen him lately? He like shaved off the facial hair.
Yeah, he was doing a movie, I think. He's doing a Ty. No, the next movie he's doing is a Ty West movie. The guy who did Maxine and all that. It's like a Christmas Carol thing where he's playing Scrooge.
Oh, cool.
Very interesting how that's going to do, and because that's going to be Ty West's first movie outside of the X universe.
Yeah.
Or X trilogy, I guess you would say.
Hey, Chart. I'm gonna take off, right, man? You have a good
All
night.
right. All right, brother. You have a good night as well.
Bye, Dragon. Bye, Dragon.
Bye-bye.
There. But yeah, we'll probably end it as soon as.
Bye, Dragon. I was gonna say.
Oh, he's still. Oh, there he goes. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably after I go. Stay with me until I finish a cigarette. Come on, so long as you have to have me stay with you while you want to fish.
Finish mine then.
Yeah. But yeah, like no, it's a let's see. I still believe Marilyn Manson got accused because he was friends with Depp, and after Amber Heard got exposed, the Manson allegations died down. That's a thing I haven't thought about too, but because Manson and Depp are very close friends. You know, it is weird how both of them kind of similarly went through issues. Ironically, like literally to the bone, similar issues, and both of them found out to be gold digging whores. Even though Evan Rachel Woods was not as publicized, because even when they were both going to sue each other, I guess they realized they didn't want to go through the same shit with.
No.
And despite Depp's fucking like how he indulges himself, that would be a pariah for Manson because of how much he indulged in his early years. I'm just happy that the man is sober.
He still makes good music.
Yeah, his last album was fucking great. It was probably like I said, he usually doesn't miss. The only album I think I didn't like was We Are Chaos, which was his 2020 album right before the allegations. But then when he came back with that new album, I'm waiting for part 2. I think he's alluded to that it's coming soon. But The whole thing is that like, you know, yeah, like merit, like like. But again, like I've stated this before when I've had conversations about this. I am not just some man defending person and hate all women. I have proudly say I despise fucking Harvey Weinstein, Kevin Spacey, another one. Still can watch it. I still watch his movies.
Should I watch The Pianist a few months ago? You know,
Pianist, yeah.
that was a good one.
See, I always state, yeah, I did. What's up, brother? Yeah, yeah. About the what?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, he wants to start working out with you.
Oh, oh, yeah, 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 definitely. Yeah, Dragon. If you're still watching, I may have a new practice partner. Um, but yeah, like, what was I saying? Certain thing. Oh yeah. Plus, I always look at it from the idea that while yes, the guy directing, like, okay, for example, we covered, um, you too, brother. We covered, we covered our Rush Hour, right? And we all hear the things about Brett Ratner, right? Well, yes, the stuff he did was deplorable, and I can't condone it, and I will vilify him for that. I always say with film, it's a little bit difficult because it's a giant production.
Isn't that guy in the Epstein files?
Yes, Brett Ratner is, yes. But like with Michael Jackson, like some people say, well, if you could watch Brett Ratner, why can't you watch this? I'm like thinking, or watch a Brett Ratner directed movie. There's a difference because that's a director directing a movie that had nothing to do with that. The Michael Jackson movies, them glorifying him. But I do at least respect that they were going to involve the other stuff. And if they did, I would have actually given it more. But I probably would have watched it out of curiosity. But with that, I'm going to end it here because I'm going to head in and fucking relax and game and probably play some more Crash Bandicoot and probably plow my woman. But I like to thank everybody for watching. We hit the hour mark, so that's good. We kept a good viewership. Shout out to Dragon, Motion Zombie, Jesse, Kevin Daddy, Steven Seagal. Yeah, there's a guy named Steven Seagal in here. Darkless. I think that was it. Yeah. Anyway, I'll try to do some of these words during the day, maybe where more people can pop in. And random streams will still happen when I feel like it and all that good stuff. So, yeah. With that, bid y'all adieu. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. And until then, I'll see you all next time. Ta-ta for now.
For the